There's a resistor, space-hung resistor with clip leads. Man, there's clip leads all over the place.
I bought more clip leads because of you.
Oh man, Rich is probably, I know he's listening because he's always listening. He's probably having a fit.
Okay, I think I'm back. I think, Greg, Ken's clip lead fell off, that's why I got all crazy. I think Greg was trying to get in here.
I told you he's listening. There's the stinker right there.
Is that you, Rich? KB2 AM from WA1QIX.
The battery died in my EQ, so I'm just setting it up there. How does everybody know I'm listening anyway?
Because we know you, Rich, and I know you for going on 30 years, and I know you were always listening.
Did you hear me fighting the good fight for you, Rich?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Is this thing sounding okay?
It sounds okay, fine business.
How do you like the sound of your modulator?
Sounds very good, Steve. Sounds very good. I've been here working on the master all night listening to these knuckle brains.
I've been listening to you there, Steve, and you're just absolutely bibbling here. Probably a tip of JBL.
Who are you kidding, Rich? You know you went on the rocket site.
For BB.
Here, actually, I was on the milling machine. But, so in between milling, I was, of course, listening to everybody. KB2AM.
WA1QIX. You know what I'll do, Rich? You got email over there? I'll take a picture and I'll send it. It's not as bad as I described. I'll take a picture of what's here. But hang on, make sure that's that one.
I was worried I wouldn't be able to get to sleep.
I do have something I need to tell you, though. A couple of things, a couple of issues. First of all, the meters, inaccurate, very. And that really screwed me up for a little while. I, went on the meters on the front panel, and I fired up the transmitter, modulating, modulation is terrible. Well, I'm barely able to make 130% positive. I said, what is going on here? This is technically impossible. I went to bed last night with this on my mind. Because the rig should easily do 175% positive. So I told Sherry, something's going on. I said, hey, I got this issue. I went in there, got the oscilloscope out, and I'm measuring stuff, and I'm looking at, geez, it's always here. What the hell can that be? And I checked it. Finally, it dawned on me, I'm going to check this. I got the Simpson 260s out. I have about 5 of them, hooked them up. So the meter is reading 150 volts. 150, 150. Right now, the time was reading 100. I said, I'll run it at 100 volts. The actual voltage was only about 80. The actual voltage is 130 volts, 130, which is exactly where it should be. So the meter reads 150, 155 or so actually, and I'm actually only getting 130. So once I figured out that the meters were way off, things really started working a lot better. I said, oh, well, I don't have the right amount of voltage. So there's that. Let's see. There was a stray wire inside, underneath it. Just, I don't know, it got in between the fuse holders there that are on the side, and it blew the fuse. And I didn't know there was a fuse in that dumb little filter, that IEC connector that's on the back. It's got a filter. All of a sudden, I heard this noise. Nothing goes dead. Thing's dead. What the heck's going on? I'm measuring it. Freaking voltage. It looks good. Fuses look good. Nothing. I said, the filter's bad. I didn't realize that the connector had fuses in it, so I said, the filter burned out. So I took it out, moved it, put a regular wire. I'm looking at it. I said, it's got fuses. It takes these screwy little fuses. I don't have it, so that's going to have to go back in there. At least I figured out what happened. It was a short in there, the wire. So I got that, and I found a few other issues. Wrong value resistors here and there. I put a step start in there, Rich. Had to have it. You had to have a step start. I was actually, it was a 15 amp, or I think it was a 15 amp fuse in series of the AC line going to the transformer. The fuse actually blew on transmit. So the lights would jam, it's really bad. The relays would chatter because the AC voltage would drop so low momentarily. So I put a step start in there. We can figure what you want to do about that. You can either leave the one I built in there, or you can build your own. And what else? A few other minor, maybe not so minor circuit changes, insofar as replacing the entire board, of course, with a new board that's completely different. That goes without saying. That's going to affect things. But otherwise, it's working real well. Power supply is very stiff. Voltage does not drop much at all. Yay. Yay. Maybe about 5 volts under load. Maybe not even. And I'm really, I'm loading it reasonably heavily. So that's it. I got 2 fans configured in there, blowing on the heatsink, keeping everything cool. Found a couple of bad solder connections here and there, fixed those. There was something on the overload shifter board, I forget what it was, I fixed it, whatever it was. And added some circuitry here and there, so it's working real well. Really well. I got it on, I had it down to 160, on the gray-haired net with the thing. So it's been running quite a bit. I've made some real long, buzzy transmissions, and everything is working really nicely. So hopefully I wasn't getting talked over there. KB2 AM from WA1QIX.
But that power supply handles it no problem, right, Steve?
Oh yeah, that transformer doesn't even warm up. I mean, I've been on the air with the thing all day. The transformer doesn't get warm up. I mean, it gets slightly warm. That's it.
Yeah, it's the same one Ken's got. It's the one I used to have. That thing's brutal. Yep, okay.
Anyway, Mike called it AOL. But, God, what happened was, I know everybody doesn't want to hear about this thing, but real quick, what happened was, I started that several years ago, as you know, and then it was rush. I didn't remember what I had done, or what was finished, or what was half finished, half baked, or whatever. I didn't know. There was a wire missing for the negative volt supply off the power supply going to the